Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. I'm Lynn Allure. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. On this channel, we talk a lot about personal finances and personal development. So if you enjoy conversations like that, definitely subscribe and join the party. Today, we are talking all about how to get better with your credit, how to improve your credit. And babe, this is a really important topic. I'm not even gonna do too much long talk. We're just gonna go right into the tips. My first tip is to not be afraid of credit and credit cards. I know a lot of people are like, I don't mess with credit. I'm just a cash gal. I don't deal with credit cards, etc., etc. But credit is such a powerful financial tool if you use it correctly, if you use it responsibly. Having poor credit can prevent you from getting approved for mortgage loans or being a renter if you're a small business owner and you're looking to build your business credit or get a business loan. Did you know that your personal credit actually can affect that? And if you have poor personal credit or no personal credit, it can take you a lot longer to get business credit for yourself or get a business loan for a growing entrepreneur. It can also prevent you from getting certain jobs. I kid you not, I've been asked to do a credit check from 2 of my previous employers before. If you're working with finances, even if you're doing trade type jobs like carpentry or plumbing, if you're working for certain companies, they ask you for a credit check because you're going into people's homes where they have valuable assets, etc., etc. So when I tell you that having good credit is super important, I'm saying this from experience and also just the general knowledge. So we know that having poor credit can work against you, and on the contrary, having great credit can really work in your favor because you're able to take advantage of certain perks. You're able to take advantage of credit cashback reward systems and travel points and getting access to certain clubs depending on the credit card that you get. You're also able to leverage credit to build your financial portfolio. If we're talking trading, you're able to, take advantage of real estate by getting mortgage loans. All of these things really involve having great credit. Even if you're looking to start a business and you're looking to get a bunch of rental properties, you're gonna need credit for that. All of these things tie into having great credit. And so I do want you to take control over your credit and take it seriously. Gorgeous, gorgeous girls take their credit very seriously. All right, so different credit cards have different perks, and it's all about shopping around to find the right one for you, which is a perfect time to mention our partner for this video, Capital One Canada. So quickcheck by Capital One is an online eligibility checker that can help you find out with 100% certainty which of their credit cards you will be approved for before you apply. So dope. Capital One offers various products that can help you build and or rebuild your credit. With quickcheck, you avoid the fear of being rejected and hurting your credit score before applying for one of their credit cards, and you'll have an answer in as little as 15 seconds. Not very many things in this life are 100% certain. Think about your first adult job and what you thought adulting would be like versus what it actually was. For me, I thought I was going to be living the dream, walking in with a suit and a briefcase every day, and that every day was going to be an adventure, just like you see in the shows and the movies. But instead, I was sitting in a quiet cubicle listening to the sound of keyboards, typing, and corporate jargon. It's fine now because I get to do what I love for a living. It's just not what I ever could have predicted, is what I'm getting at. Or what about when you first started your business? I just know there was a bunch of uncertainty there. You might not have even started the business yet because there's just so much uncertainty there that can be crippling. And that's the beauty of tools like quickcheck from Capital One. What you do get is that certainty that everyone craves. And the best part is that it won't impact your credit score. And there's no obligation. Visit the link in the description bar to learn more about quickcheck. I think you'll definitely find this tool beneficial. So tip number 2 is your credit payment history. Now friend, I do not want you sleeping on your credit payment history because of how important it is towards your credit score. I think a lot of people sleep on this because they don't realize it doesn't matter how much of the credit you're not paying, it's just whether or not it's late. So making payments over 30 days late or not making them at all is some of the worst things you can possibly do to your credit score altogether. Because generally speaking, 35% of your credit score is made up of your credit payment history, meaning are you paying on time and are you paying at all? Do not make payments over 30 days late. I'll leave something on the screen that lets you know how your credit score is broken down. Just keep in mind that this is generally speaking. Every credit bureau has their way of calculating and it might differ slightly, but this is the general way that things are broken down. If you are trying to keep up with your credit payments, let's say you're like me and you're very forgetful, I would suggest trying to set up auto payments because that has helped me tremendously. There's different ways that you can set up auto pay. You can set it up with your bank. You can set it up with your credit card. Not all credit cards offer this, but some do. Set up reminders to, alert you and set off notifications when it's time to make the payments on your credit card so that you're not forgetting to pay because you've got to pay on a regular basis. If all else fails and you don't want to automate things and you just don't like tech and you don't like setting up auto pay even though it's there for you to use, then you can just monitor it on a day-to-day basis and check out what your score is regularly so that you're always remembering to just make payments and bring down that balance. So my third tip is a really important one as well, and this is keeping your credit utilization low. Now on that breakdown I gave you earlier, I showed you that credit history is one of the biggest impacts on your credit score, followed by your credit utilization. The reason why this is important is because it shows creditors that although you have a certain amount of credit available, you're not exhausting it all at the same time. And so the lower the credit utilization, the better. Typically speaking, there's like a rule out there saying keep it below 30% if you can. Try to keep it as low as you possibly can. As we're talking about all of these tips, I really want you to start monitoring your credit on a regular basis. You're also entitled to 2 free credit reports from the main credit unions in Canada, that's Equifax and TransUnion. However, when it's not those periods where you're getting those free reports, you can still monitor it on a day-to-day basis. You can use your bank because many banks offer this on the app. Some banks do offer it, some banks don't. Or you can use tools like Credit Keeper, tools like that just allow you to sign in and see the credit history for all of your credit accounts. On sites like this, you're also able to see when your reporting date is. And that's really important because it allows you to find out the date that credit unions find out your balance. And why is this important? Because if you tend to go over a certain credit utilization on your credit card and you want to bring it down a bit, you're gonna wanna know what date that the credit unions are finding out your balance so that you're able to make those payments before the credit union finds out what your balance is. I promise you these tips are amazing and they work. I share these tips inside of the Good Girls Gone Boss Society, and the ladies told me that they saw improvements within just a couple of months. Now granted, it might take a month, it might take a few months, it might take a couple of years for you to see improvements in your credit score, but as long as you're monitoring it and you're taking positive steps towards your credit score becoming better every single month, you're going to see an improvement, I promise you. Just stick to these tips that I just shared with you and let me know how it works. When you do it and it works for you, come back. Just come back and leave it in the comment section that, girl, credit is booming. So that's it for today's video. I hope you found these tips useful. They're small tips, but major ones that will really help you along your credit journey. I also want to give a huge thanks to Capital One once again for partnering with me on this video. Be sure to check the link in my description bar to learn more. Love you guys so much. Love you to the moon and back. Be true to you. Mwah. Bye.